What hustle are these terrorists pulling? No. I'm Alexander Sirianni, born June 5th, 1984. Mole on the right hand. Penguin duck birthmark. It's 8:41, August 9th. So what else are these hacker terrorist scum motherfuckers pulling now? They're like putting stuff on my computer, my parents' modem. They're pretending like I found the game again. Or I got brought in. No, didn't get brought in. Didn't find the game. I think these people are all crazy and are Satan. Yeah, I try to avoid Satan. I try to avoid Joseph Mengele. I try to avoid people with you need a machine gun around them type desperation. No, not an investigator, a victim, not a researcher. I make fun of these people because they pretend to know how to do research, but they don't. And they don't even have PhDs, let alone have they studied how to research. And some of these kids were trying to do research and experiments and didn't even research or read about experimental design before they even began trying to do experiments. Key point. But yeah, no, never got brought in, and I'm kind of getting fed up with their bullshit where they communicate in some realm I'm not privy to and negotiate with one another with property that's mine, and then just do illegal shit with property that I've never seen before and never signed paperwork to own, and then they just make up some story that I own something that I've never even agreed to owning, never even purchased or signed paperwork to own. So that's kind of their hustle. And then they see the ideas I make on my computer, and then they negotiate for them and say they own those, and I'm like, no, you don't. So what the hell is going on in my life where people think they can just negotiate with stuff and then say he owns this? It's like, no, I didn't sign any paperwork to own that, nor did I agree to it. And why do they think they can negotiate with ideas that I make, that I own? And I'm not in debt, so don't fall for that. I never was in debt. Never gambled on the internet in my life. Never gave anyone permission to gamble with money or property that's mine either. So that's another piece of the story. So they're lying about that. And then, yeah, no one has the right to negotiate with my property and say he owns this and doesn't own that. And, I guess try to kill people over property they want, and then run it and then see it's not what it's cracked up to be or whatever they're doing, or find out shortcomings of their business knowledge, and then try to pass off liability based off of whatever the hell they've been doing with these games or whatever to someone else. You do the crime, you do the time. And no, I've never signed any paperwork to own anything, so even if they hire terrorists or hackers to put something on my modem and say he owns this, yeah, it's not true. And no, I've never seen it, never touched it. And I want real court in real life. So whatever the hell these terrorists are doing, they need to go to prison, and they need to quit hiring cyber terrorists, whoever's hiring these guys to put stuff on modems, if that's real, or on computers. But yeah, they got some hustle like that where they think they can just pass off liability and commit crimes with stuff and then blame someone else for it. Yeah, I don't know who that's flying with, but yeah, those guys need to go to prison. Because it's pretty ridiculous now. But yeah, no one has the right to negotiate for anything that's mine. My ideas are mine. They have no right to steal them from my computer and then start negotiating with them. Or lift them from my computer and then put them in some game and pretend it was me when I don't even know where this game is. Or hack my computer, or commit political abuses of psychiatry, put shit on my computer, or even hire hackers to put shit on my computer so my folders transmit. Or whatever the hell these kids are doing, or pretending to be investigators, gain access to my computer, and they can lift shit and then they put it somewhere and pretend like I'm participating when I'm not. So they got all sorts of hustles like that. Don't fall for it, but yeah, passing off liability is illegal, and you do the crime, you do the time. And no, you can't just randomly say I own something I've never agreed to owning or signing paperwork for, and hire hackers to put something there and pretend like I own something now that I don't. So enough of that bullshit. Praise Jesus.